Unleashing your inner powerhouse, the Black woman's guide to entrepreneurial domination. Welcome to a revolutionary episode of the Black CEO podcast. Today, we're not just having a conversation, we're igniting a movement. We're challenging perspectives, shattering limitations, and quite possibly changing lives. I recently had the extraordinary privilege of sitting down with Cheryle Woods, a true titan in the realm of women's entrepreneurship. Her insights, her passion, and her unapologetic commitment to empowering Black women have left an indelible mark on me. And I'm bursting with excitement to share this transformative wisdom with you. Cheryle Woods isn't just a successful entrepreneur, she's a force of nature, a catalyst for change, and a beacon of hope for thousands of women who've dared to dream bigger. Her work has not only helped countless women start and scale their businesses, but it's also sparked a revolution of self belief and empowerment that's rippling through our communities, changing the narrative of what's possible for Black women in business. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. That's great for her, but my situation is different. I don't have the time, the resources, the knowledge. And I hear you. I've been there. We've all been there. But what if I told you that those very thoughts, those self imposed limitations, are the biggest obstacles standing between you and the life you've always dreamed of? Cheryle's philosophy is deceptively simple, yet profoundly powerful. Each and every one of us has God given gifts and talents that we can leverage to create wealth while serving others. It's not about choosing between making money and making a difference. It's about recognizing that when we step into our purpose, we can do both and do them spectacularly. But here's the kicker, and it's something that hit me like a freight train during my conversation with Cheryle. As Black women, we've been conditioned to wear so many hats, to do so much for others, that we often neglect our own goals and passions. We've internalized the belief that putting ourselves first is somehow selfish, that our dreams can wait while we take care of everyone else's needs. Well, Cheryle has two words for that mindset. Heck no. It's time, ladies. Time to take back your time. Time to eliminate the dream killers in your life, whether they're external voice telling you it can't be done or that nagging inner critic that says you're not good enough. It's time to pour into yourself and your business so you can experience the success you not only deserve but are destined for. Now, I can almost hear the collective sigh of easier said than done echoing through the airwaves. But here's where Cheryle's genius truly shines. She's not just offering platitudes or vague encouragement. She's developed a system of actionable steps that can help you reclaim your time, your passion, and your purpose. Let's break it down, shall we? First of all, we need to address the elephant in the room, time. How many times have you said, I just don't have enough time? I'll be the first to admit I've said it so often, it might as well be my personal mantra. But Cheryle challenges us to reframe that statement. It's not about finding more time, it's about making better use of the time we have. She suggests starting with a simple yet eye opening exercise. For 1 week, track every single thing you do hour by hour. And I mean everything. The time you spend scrolling through Instagram, wondering why your high school nemesis seems to have it all together. The hours lost to binge watching that new Netflix series, convincing yourself it's research for your future empire. Even those moments when you're just staring into space, contemplating the mysteries of the universe, or wondering where you left your car keys. At the end of the week, take a good, hard look at your log. I guarantee you'll find pockets of time you didn't even realize you had. It's like finding money in the pocket of a coat you haven't worn in months, except instead of a crumpled $5 bill, you're discovering hours of untapped potential. But it's not just about identifying wasted time. It's about prioritizing what truly matters. Cheryle encourages us to ask ourselves a crucial question. Is this activity moving me closer to my goals, or am I just busy being busy? It's amazing how much time we can reclaim when we start being intentional about how we spend it. Now, let's talk about dream killers. These are the voices, both external and internal, that tell us our dreams are too big, too risky, or just plain impossible. You know, the ones I'm talking about. The well-meaning friend who says, are you sure you want to start a business in this economy? The family member who reminds you, no one in our family has ever done anything like that. Or worst of all, that little voice in your head that whispers, who do you think you are to even try? Cheryle has a unique approach to dealing with these dream killers. instead of trying to silence them completely, which, let's face it, is about as easy as getting a toddler to sit still in a candy store. She suggests we learn to recognize them for what they are: fear in disguise, fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. These are all natural human emotions, but they don't have to control us. Cheryle teaches a powerful technique she calls fear flipping. When you feel that fear creeping in, instead of letting it paralyze you, use it as fuel. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen if I try this? Then ask, what's the best that could happen? And let me tell you about Sarah, one of Cheryle's clients. Sarah had always dreamed of starting her own line of natural hair care products, but every time she thought about taking the leap, those dream killers would start their chorus. The market is saturated, they'd say. You don't have any business experience, they'd remind her. But with Cheryle's guidance, Sarah started to flip those fears. The worst that could happen, her business might fail, but the best, she could create a product that helps thousands of women embrace their natural beauty, build a successful company, and become a role model for other aspiring entrepreneurs. When she looked at it that way, the potential rewards far outweighed the risks. Today, Sarah's products are in stores across 3 states, and she's planning to expand nationwide, all because she learned to use her fear as fuel instead of letting it hold her back. But perhaps the most revolutionary aspect of Cheryle's teaching is the emphasis on self-investment. As Black women, we're often taught to put everyone else's needs before our own. We pour out until we're empty, then wonder why we feel drained and unfulfilled. We're like those old flip phones. You remember the ones, always running on low battery, desperately searching for an outlet. Cheryle challenges us to flip that script. She introduces the concept of the non-negotiable hour. This is an hour each day that you dedicate solely to yourself and your dreams. It could be early in the morning before the rest of the house wakes up, or late at night after everyone's gone to bed. The time doesn't matter as much as the commitment. During this hour, you focus on your business, your personal growth, or whatever moves you closer to your goals. Maybe you use it to work on your business plan, to learn a new skill, or even just to meditate and visualize your success. The point is, it's your time and it's sacred. Now, I know what you're thinking. An hour for myself every day. But what about the laundry? What about the kids' homework? What about my partner's needs? I get it. At first, this might feel selfish. You might hear that inner voice saying you're neglecting your responsibilities. But this is where Cheryle's wisdom really shines. She reminds us that by investing in ourselves, by pursuing our passions and purpose, we become better mothers, better partners, better friends. We can't pour from an empty cup, and when we're fulfilled and thriving, we have so much more to give to others. Think about it like this. When you're on an airplane, what do they tell you about oxygen masks? Put your own on first before helping others. It's not selfish, it's necessary. The same principle applies here. By taking care of yourself and your dreams, you're not just improving your own life, you're setting an example for your children, inspiring your friends, and lifting up your entire community. Let me tell you about Tanya, another of Cheryle's success stories. Tanya was a single mother of 3, working 2 jobs just to make ends meet. The idea of starting a business seemed like a luxury she couldn't afford, but Cheryle convinced her to try the non-negotiable hour. Tanya decided to wake up an hour earlier each day. At first, it was a struggle. She was tired, cranky, and wondered if it was worth it. But she persisted. She used that time to work on her passion, designing culturally inspired jewelry. Within 6 months, Tanya had launched an online store. Within a year, she was able to quit one of her jobs. Today, her business is thriving, and she's not just supporting her family, she's teaching her children the power of pursuing their dreams. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but I don't even know where to start. I'm not sure what my passion is or how to turn it into a business. Don't worry. Cheryle has an answer for that too. She believes that our passions are often hiding in plain sight, disguised as the things we do effortlessly, the topics we can't stop talking about, the problems we love solving. She suggests a simple exercise. Ask your friends and family what they think you're good at. Often others can see our gifts more clearly than we can ourselves. Are you the one everyone turns to for advice? Maybe there's a life coaching business in your future. Do you have a knack for making spaces beautiful? Interior design could be calling your name. Are you always the one planning amazing trips for your friend group? Travel consulting might be your ticket to success. Once you've identified your strengths and passions, the next step is to look for problems you can solve with those gifts. That intersection of your passion, your skills, and a market need, that's where your business opportunity lies. But here's the thing, and this is crucial. You don't have to have it all figured out before you start. Cheryle is a big believer in what she calls imperfect action. Too often, we get caught up in trying to make everything perfect before we launch. We want the perfect business plan, the perfect website, the perfect product. But perfection is the enemy of progress. Instead, Cheryle encourages us to start where we are with what we have. Launch that imperfect website, offer that not quite polished service. Put yourself out there, even if you're scared. Because here's the truth, you'll learn more from taking action and adjusting as you go than you ever will from endless planning and preparation. Take Maria, for example. Maria had a passion for healthy cooking and wanted to start a meal prep service for busy professionals. But she kept putting it off, telling herself she needed more recipes, better packaging, a fancier website. Cheryle encouraged her to start small. Just prepare a meal for a few friends and colleagues. Maria took that advice to heart. She started with just 5 clients, delivering meals in simple containers with handwritten labels. It wasn't perfect, but it was a start. And you know what? Those clients loved it. They gave her feedback, suggested new recipes, and told their friends. Within 3 months, Maria had a waiting list. Today, she runs a successful meal prep business with a professional kitchen and a team of employees, all because she was willing to start before she felt ready. Now, I want to address something that came up in my conversation with Cheryle that I think is incredibly important. As Black women entrepreneurs, we often face unique challenges. Systemic racism, gender bias, lack of access to capital, these are real obstacles that can feel overwhelming. But Cheryle's message is clear. These challenges don't define us, and they certainly don't have to stop us. In fact, she believes that our experiences as Black women give us a unique perspective and set of skills that can be incredibly valuable in the business world. Our resilience, our creativity, our ability to build community and support networks, these are superpowers in the entrepreneurial world. Think about it. We come from a long line of women who've had to make a way out of no way. Our grandmothers and great grandmothers faced obstacles we can hardly imagine, yet they persevered. They built businesses from their kitchens, educated children in one room schoolhouses, and fought for rights that we now enjoy. That strength, that determination, that ingenuity, it's in our DNA. And let's not forget the power of our perspective. As Black women, we see gaps in the market that others might miss. We understand needs that are often overlooked. This isn't just about creating businesses, it's about solving problems and filling voids in our communities and beyond. Cheryle shared a powerful story about one of her clients, Aisha, that illustrates this perfectly. Aisha had always struggled to find makeup that truly matched her skin tone. Instead of just complaining about it, she saw an opportunity. She started experimenting with creating her own makeup in her kitchen. At first, it was just for herself and her friends, but word started to spread. Women in her community were clamoring for her products. With Cheryle's guidance, Aisha turned her kitchen experiments into a full-fledged cosmetics line specifically designed for women of color. Today, Aisha's products are sold in stores across the country. She's not just making money, she's changing the beauty industry, helping women feel seen and celebrated. And it all started because she was willing to solve a problem that she uniquely understood as a Black woman. This story illustrates a crucial point that Cheryle emphasizes. Success is not about having all the answers or resources from the start. It's about being willing to learn, to adapt, and to keep pushing forward even when things get tough. But perhaps the most powerful lesson I took from my conversation with Cheryle is the importance of community. As Black women entrepreneurs, we're not on this journey alone. Cheryle's organization, Sisters Women's Empowerment Network, is a testament to the power of women supporting women. In this network, women share resources, offer advice, celebrate each other's successes, and provide support during the inevitable challenges. It's a reminder that we don't have to do it all alone and that there's enough success to go around for all of us. Cheryle often says, when you made it to the top, send the elevator back down. It's not just about individual success, it's about lifting as we climb. Every woman who breaks through a barrier makes it easier for the next one to follow. Every success story becomes inspiration for someone else's journey. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a challenge inspired by Cheryle's teachings. For the next 30 days, I want you to commit to taking one small action every day towards your dreams. It could be as simple as spending 15 minutes researching your business idea, or reaching out to a potential mentor, or even just writing down your goals. The action itself is less important than the habit you're building, the habit of prioritizing your dreams and taking consistent steps towards them. Remember, you are capable of so much more than you realize. You have gifts and talents that the world needs. Don't let fear, self doubt, or the opinions of others hold you back any longer. As Cheryle would say, it's time to take back your time, eliminate those dream killers, and pour into yourself and your business. You deserve success. You deserve fulfillment. You deserve to live a life that lights you up from the inside out. And the world deserves to benefit from your unique gifts and perspective. So I'll leave you with this. Imagine for a moment a world where every Black woman fully embraced her power, pursued her passions without apology, and built wealth while making a difference. What would that world look like? How would it change our communities, our economy, our future? Now, here's the exciting part. We have the power to create that world. It starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with each of us deciding that our dreams are not optional extras, but essential contributions to the tapestry of our lives and our world. Your journey starts now, not tomorrow, not when you have more time or more money or more confidence. Now, take that first step, however small it might seem. Remember, you're not just building a business, you're part of a movement of Black women reclaiming their time, their dreams, and their power. The world is waiting for what only you can offer. So go out there and show them what Black women entrepreneurs are capable of. Let's rewrite the narrative, shatter those glass ceilings, and create a legacy that will inspire generations to come. Your time is now. Your dreams are valid. Your success is not just possible, it's inevitable. So let's get to work, shall we? The future is ours for the taking, and it's looking brighter than ever. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey. Until next time, keep dreaming big, taking action, and remember, you are the CEO of your life. It's time to lead with confidence, purpose, and unstoppable determination. The world is waiting for your brilliance. Let's show them what we've got.